What's up, everyone? I'm here with Phil, our main event at Scrap 3 coming up here September 28th.
Before we get into this interview, I want to give a quick shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. If you're looking for some extra gear, if you want some new rash guards or gis, go check out Heavy Handed. If you want to use code MINIMONEY in checkout, you'll save 20% off your next order. Or if you want to become an affiliate, use that link in the description down below and become an affiliate today. Also, a quick shout out to Peak 3. It is a sports physical therapist local in Greenville, South Carolina. So if you're around the area, you have an injury, and you really want to get better, I'd recommend checking them out below. DG Builders, solid ground grading and clearing, and crafted decks and porches. These guys are absolutely amazing. DG Builders is a custom home. So if you're looking to build a custom home, I would recommend going through them. If you want to get that grading done, if you want to clear some land, clear some trees, solid ground grading and clearing is absolutely amazing and is your choice. Also, if you're looking for a new deck to put in your home, they build luxury decks for crafted decks and porches, and truly, I've been on a few of them and they are absolutely amazing. All the information for all of our sponsors is right down below in the description. If you want to go check them out, use the link. All right, now let's get to the interviews.
And so coming into this event, I just want to give a little bit of a rundown for all of our watchers. Who are you? And let me rephrase that. But give us a little introduction of yourself.
I was like, who am I? Is a deep question.
Yeah, I know. It was a little too deep.
We don't want to go there. Anyways. But like I said, my name is Phil Payner. Black belt under Derek Kennington out of the Next Element Academy. Competed all over the place. You've probably seen me at Toro Cup a lot. I've done some fight to wins. Purple belt, I was real big into IBJJF. But yeah, I'm just excited to compete, and yeah, that's about it for my jiu-jitsu career.
So
I just do things.
just do jiu-jitsu things.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the IBJJF, I know when I scrolled back a while ago, it was pretty much your purple belt days that you spent doing a lot more IBJJFs and super fights. What took you away from IBJJF?
So I went back to school to get my engineering degree.
Oh, dang. That's really cool.
So the problem with IBJJFs is that they're usually very far. The closest ones we really got were Charleston, which I guess those kind of fizzled out just due to lack of attendance. So I guess now the closest ones are probably Atlanta and Charlotte. And Charlotte's a okay-ish day trip, but you know, going to Atlanta or like Orlando and everything while you have homework and everything is just very difficult. I actually just graduated, so that's why you're starting to see me try and get into a little bit more in jiu-jitsu. That's where my lull started.
Well, congratulations. I would say it must be pretty hard to balance like the school and the training together. And so what would you say your like day-to-day would have been when you were in school getting your degree and training jiu-jitsu?
My day-to-day, so I also work, so I would be working whenever I can. My company was very awesome and supportive of me getting my degree. So they really didn't care when I worked as long as I hit 40 hours. So, I mean, if I, kind of like took a break in the middle of the day and, for school and came back. But my day was primarily, there would be like 3-4 hours I was at school. I would go train at the gym. And then I would be working. A lot of nights I was up until like 3 a.m. So,
Oh my goodness. That must stink at the same time. That must have been very rough.
yeah, but
And so I see right here that your Toro Cup record is 9-3. May I just say that is very impressive, especially with how many events they put on per year. That is crazy. You must have been competing in Toro Cup since, I don't know, how many years have you been competing in Toro Cup now?
It's been a while. You'd be amazed what you can do when you give $20 to your opponent.
And so with that experience on more of the like submission side grappling, when it comes to scrap super fights, we kind of have like the same exact rule set, except shorter time and there is no points. So even if we're halfway through, it's submission only or like a ref's decision. So with your previous Toro Cup experience, how do you think that's going to help you going into scrap super fights?
I mean, my style is I can do points or I can do sub only. My style is kind of, I want to get to a good position and then work my submissions from there. And I mean, that's just a style that works, whether you're counting points, whether you're not counting points. I mean, everybody who's watched all my matches know I'm a back hunter. I like getting behind people and just start working my back attacks. But, you know, that's just, like I said, if you have fundamentals, then I think your style will work, whether, you're sub only, whether you're ref's decision, whether you're gi or no gi. I mean, I don't think it matters as long as you're prioritizing, position then submission, everything works.
Yeah. And so I don't know if you have been able to look up your opponent at all, or even if you study your opponents, but in like the local area, I wouldn't say he's too big. I see him around. He doesn't compete too often. I'm just looking here. He does have 17 years of jiu-jitsu. He's been doing it his whole career. So does that change any way you feel?
Not really. I mean, the thing is that when you get to the super fight levels, I mean, everybody's a killer. I mean, I'm not, ever going to underestimate anybody. I'm in the gym, I'm lifting, I'm training, I'm doing everything I can to make sure I'm as good as I can get, on September 28th. And yeah, that's realistically all you can do. I mean, I try not to look up opponents because, I feel like if you study too much, you'll end up trying to avoid their jujitsu more than doing what you want to do. And I just want to go out there and I want to try and play my game and do what I want to do. And, like I said, if it works out for me, great. If not, then at least I went out, went out on my sword. Just like I said, I'm just happy to be competing. I signed up for like 2 events and the events got canceled. And then I was going to compete and I caught a bad upper respiratory infection the week of. So
You're just excited to be back on the mats again, aren't you?
I'm just happy to be excited to be back on the mats. I know this dude's going to be a killer. We're going to have a great match, and that's really it. I'm just happy to be back. I'm pretty easy to deal with.
So when it comes to competing super fights, I know these are just one matches. You just go in there, compete, and be done. Is there any special way that you prep for a super fight over a normal competition?
So for super fights, I try and pick up the intensity a little bit. The difference is that when you're in matches, you have to, or doing a tournament style, you have to kind of adjust your pacing because, if you blow your wad on the first guy, you have 2 or 3 more guys right behind him. So you can't, really go super duper hard. And then like, you have to save something in the tank.
Yeah.
Versus, basically like I can basically kill myself for this match and, it doesn't matter. But I try and pace myself. I try and do more position oriented rounds. Like I try and like, if I pass the guard, try and push my cardio, like not just sit and mount forever, like maybe like back off a little bit, try and pass again, keep myself moving. I try and wrestle a little more, try and build my cardio in the gym. Even though I'm a guard puller, I actually do wrestle a lot in the gym. I just don't use it when I compete very often. But yeah, I just try and find ways to like keep myself moving, work on specific things, push my cardio. I do have some days where like I work on my control and like keeping the back and keeping the mount, but then I have other days where I'm like, if I, the proverbial like pass hole, you're just, I'll pass or like I'll sweep or like I'll just keep it moving.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And so before we kind of finish it up here, is there anybody you want to thank, like sponsors, coaches, teammates?
I am unsponsored, but shameless plug. Thank you, White Monster Energy Drink. It's always been there for me. Anyone who's seen my page knows I share White Monster names all the time. So, but I have a great team over the next element. Great coach in Derek Kennington. Obviously, I know my teammate Ethan. He's helps me out a lot. Tony Wagner, another black belt at our gym, helps me out a lot. Austin Coleman, Josh Cook, all the MMA guys who beat me up regularly and give me the good cardio, because there ain't no cardio like trying to keep up with these young MMA fighters. And all the other friends, because I visit a lot of gyms, around here. Guys over at Kilo, Blake and Ken, I get a lot of help from everywhere around here, and I'm very appreciative.